Hey, good afternoon, Capricorn Collective. My name is Anne, and I'm here today to do your weekly money and career, finance and career check-in, just to see where are we, how are we working with these energies as it relates to our financial situation. This reading, if you've been following my channel at all, I am a Capricorn only channel for the time being. I am a Capricorn sun, and I'm an intuitive reader. Today's reading, it'll be a little shorter than some of my other videos that I've put out recently. Today is February 20th at approximately 2 p.m. Here on the East Coast. So I'm excited to walk you through whatever Spirit has to say, any guidance around current energies as it relates to your career and your finance. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Today is, when we think about numerology, today is 2/20/2025. You add up all those digits, it does equal a 4. And in numerology, a 4 can be very, it's an energy of stability, an energy of patience, an energy of being very detail oriented, very logical. Think about it like square. Square has 4 corners, 4 sides. So that's at the higher expression. I think it's very fitting that today is going to be money and career, because we want things of that aspect of our lives to be very organized. We don't want any surprises there, unless they're good surprises. But I think it's helpful to leverage that for energy. On the lower expression, however, it can also show signs of lack or frugality or sort of holding on to things too long. And as Capricorns, I am very, as a fellow Capricorn, I'm very guilty of doing that. So let's see what Spirit has to say around this energy today. With that, I'm going to lower my screen so you can see the spread today. We are using that Energy Oracle deck, Mind Info Oracle cards, for an overall sense of the reading today. We also have the Light Seers Tarot deck, and we'll be getting clarifiers from the traditional Rider-Waite. All right, so with that, all of these cards I have meditated on. I've shuffled them 4 times, given that today's is the number 4. I have represented on my spread. Here we have the fire, healthy dose of water. We are in Pisces season. I have selenium for protection, and I have some earth energy here with the amethyst. But I also have air energy also that will kick off the call with a bell. But before we begin, I do want to clarify the energy today. Spirit angels and guides of only the highest and best for my beautiful Capricorn collective. Please provide today, through these cards, through this reading, what we need to know for our highest potential when it comes to what we need to know for our career and finance today. All other energies can be gone, only that which serves our highest purpose. So, we'll go ahead and begin our reading today with the Mind Info Oracle card. We'll cut the deck with you. We pulled this card of focus. Okay, interesting. You're being asked to shift your focus away from what isn't working and towards what is. Paying extra attention to where you place your focus is the first step towards creating an amazing life. Okay, that's interesting. Focus. We'll go ahead and explore that in today's reading. All right, so we'll go ahead and do our spread today. We did pull the moon in reverse in recent energy. We pulled the Two of Cups in current energy in reverse as well. And in future energy, we have the King of Cups in reverse. Bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Pentacles. I'm glad we're seeing her here today. So we'll go ahead and put that there alongside our focus energy. Oof, you got a bigger stand here. Okay. So I don't see any pentacles here. Interesting. And a lot of reversals. There's only one major arcana, which was the moon in reverse. So first of all, the moon in reverse is interesting. It's major arcana number 18. You'll see here in the upright position, she's sort of underwater in this dreamlike state. The moon can sort of hide that within our subconscious that we may not be aware of, i.e. she's underwater, dreaming, really can't see the light per se. There's also this sort of, lighter coyote and this darker coyote on the other side. Perhaps there's some confusion around what is right or a higher expression versus what might be a lower expression in our vision. So in recent energy, when it comes to our finances, there might be some confusion. However, it is in the reversal, and given the fact that it is in the reversed position, that really goes down to the fact that we may have some sort of difficulty in the recent past around sort of linear thinking or the ability to understand what is separating the path forward, or sort of that next step in our career, if you will, or even our finances. Perhaps we just feel a little bit of overwhelm, and when it comes to we may be sort of drowning in bills. We just don't know the path forward, lost a job, perhaps didn't get the job, perhaps the job that we have is no longer serving our purpose. And it really comes down to anxiety, fears, and the sort of the path forward is to understand what is that fear that blocks the path forward, to sort of wake up from this dreamlike state. So we'll get some clarifiers with the Rider-Waite. In the current energy, we have the Two of Cups in reverse. Two of Cups in the upright position, sort of the minor arcana version of the Lovers. Cup energy is emotional based energy, and the fact that it's a two, there's some sort of partnership, a romantic, it could be completely platonic. In the context of career, though, given the context of today's reading, I'm inclined that it may be some sort of relationship at a job, whether it be current energy that may at one point have at time been very harmonious. However, of late, perhaps it has become sort of upside down, literally and figuratively, and no longer that harmonious feeling is something that we can internalize any longer. Instead, we can't unsee what the challenges or the blockages that may exist. Perhaps there was some sort of company policies that have changed. It is typically in corporate America, I know it's review time, so perhaps there was something that in 2024 was going very well and soured, the relationship soured, whether it was with you, a boss, a coworker. It could also be an opportunity that may have been walking along a journey seemingly very free-flowing, very comfortable, and all of a sudden it just, for whatever reason, we don't have closure, and the deal fell through, or the relationship or the offer never ever materialized. And so we'll get additional clarity on that as well. In the future state, I'm seeing the King of Cups in reverse. So in the upright position, again, this is cup energy, emotional based energy as it relates to our career and finance. As you can see, he's very comfortable with whatever may come. When it comes to water and storms, underwater, it's very calm. It could be a hurricane outside, but in the eye of the storm underwater, it is very calm. In the pat in his to his back, you'll notice that the waters are calm. There's a ship, sailboat rather, just sort of off in the distance. He's closing his eyes, sort of in this very relaxed, uh, very almost spiritual state. The King of Cups doesn't let anything phase him. He's comfortable navigating whether it is more choppy waters, or perhaps, and that's, he's sitting in it, right? It's not that he is in any way running to the shore. He's accepting wherever that water may flow. And we do have it in reverse. So I'm really curious to get some clarity in terms of exactly what Spirit is trying to say to us for future energy. And overall, though, the overall energy is still very positive. We do have Pentacles here, and the Nine of Pentacles, to me, is an energy, especially in career and finance, of sort of putting the pieces back together, if you will. Looking at all of the different numeric minor arcana cards for the Pentacles, there is an opportunity. It starts with the Ace. The 2 is about a decision. The 3 is typically about working with others, being really present in the community. The 4 is about stability, and or holding on to things a little too long. The 5 is about lack. The 6 is about balance and justice. The 7 is about planting your seeds and watching them grow. The 8 is about mastering your craft, and the 9 to me is this coming full circle and really enjoying and putting all of those dimensions of all of those numbers all together and sort of relaxing and taking pleasure in seeing that garden grow. You can't control others, but you can control your own garden and your own reality. And here she is, just really in this energy of relishing that her own garden and what she's been able to produce for herself. And you can see she's in complete alignment with her own energy. And then the Nine of Pentacles are, Capricorn is an earth sign, and Pentacle energy is definitely an earth sign. Pentacles also relates to the material world. Could be money, it could be finance, it could be a career. So I'm sensing something here where a lot has occurred in our career of late, and especially as we kicked off the year. And perhaps it wasn't as smooth as we had wanted it to be, if you will. And we've had a lot of lessons with our own strength and courage to sort of navigate these waters and this water energy all together, that has led us to a point where we come out on the other side changed and very comfortable in our own skin, for be it for what it may. All right, so let's get additional clarity here on these cards. Spirit, angels, and guides are our highest and best. Let's get some additional clarity today. Why is the moon in reverse here? Spirit, angels, and guides, help us understand, help us, the Capricorn collective, understand. We've got the Queen of Pentacles upright. Anything else for the moon in reverse? Oh, we got a flipper here. We've got the Six of Pentacles upright as well. Anything else for the moon in reverse? Okay, no. All right, so maybe in the past, especially given that moon energy can sort of be some hidden truths that we may not be aware of. because it is in reverse, perhaps whatever was hidden had come to the light, given that it is in reverse. And if you add up the 8 and the 1, there's a little bit of synchronicity here. That is a 9. It breaks down to this 9 here. That coming full circle, if you will, and looking at this 9 and then the overall energy being a 9, there's something here, that some sort of lesson in our recent past that came to light. There was a fear or an anxiety that we may have had that we were able to alchemize that energy. So it's no longer something that kept us, sleeping, and something that we were unaware of, and being confused around what reality truly is. It's in reverse. And because we were able to alchemize that, we were able to find ourselves, and that's us in the minor arcana, Queen of Pentacles. Again, there's this garden energy here. She's lovingly looking upon her pentacles. And then also there's a 6 of Pentacles here, which to me is about balance. You'll notice that he's holding this scales of justice. Something may have occurred that we were unaware of, perhaps in recent past, something that we feared because we didn't get the closure that we needed. And we were able to use our own energy and our own strength and courage to bring something that may have been in the dark to light. That's what I'm sensing here. And because of that, we were able to just really stand in our power of who we are in a grounded energy, taking whatever was sort of hidden and taking that truth and accepting the truth for what it was. Perhaps it was a comment on a review that we received for our annual. Perhaps if you are in quote unquote some sort of corporate America situation, and just accepting with a grain of salt, and accepting the truths and the reality that we want to create, not necessarily that which is defining us by being written on a piece of paper, if you will. And I think alchemizing that to our highest and best is something we did a really good job of. And and the other thing here is justice is here. So perhaps something that had followed us, that caused some sleepless nights, some of that anxious energy, of always feeling that we had to look behind our back because fear of being fired or having some sort of write-up, or perhaps losing our job, or not getting what we need in this life in terms of the next step. How do we put food on the table? How do we move forward? And something came through when it in divine timing. Something came through, something came to light for us, and it provided a level of stability and security for us. It also provided a level of justice as well. So if there was something that was a little bit unfair, I see this justice coming through in the time that it needed to for something to come to light. And we were able to use that energy to sit in our power. So to me, this is a very positive story. Again, the moon in the upright position can typically be something that keeps us underwater. We can't think straight. We are unable to determine what is the sky versus what is the ground. She's just sort of swimming here, drifting. Versus in the reversal position, kind of seems like whatever was blocked has sort of moved away, and there's that justice that came to light. So I would love to know if this is resonating. Please comment below, hit that like button or hit subscribe if some of these readings are resonating with you. It really does help my channel. But I would be curious to know if there was something in your own life when it came to your career that actually worked in your favor. All right, so let's keep things going here. Spirit angels and guides of the highest and best. Why is the Two of Cups here in the current energy in reverse? What is it that the Capricorn collective is currently going through that we need to be aware of? We have this Nine of Swords that came sideways. Anything else about the Two of Cups in reverse? We got a couple cards here. We've got Strength, and we've got an upright, and we've got the Four of Swords in the upright position. So, all right, so again, the Two of Cups is typically emotional based energy. It is in our current energy right now, but it is in reverse. So a lot of times it has to do with some sort of relationship that may have went sour, didn't go in our favor. We were perhaps thought it was going to go one way, but it, for whatever reason, it did not. And what we're seeing here is this tipping point that we're on. And I think this is an opportunity. I think the fact that it came out sideways and we have this Strength card here and this Four card here is the fact that if you're hearing this reading, it is an opportunity for us to alchemize this energy that we may be following. This is a Nine of Swords, okay? You'll notice here it's sort of this anxious, fear-based energy, sleepless nights, whatever may be occurring right now. You know, whether it be with a job that no longer is a healthy environment, maybe it's a toxic environment in terms of our own emotional security. Even if we had a good bonus, even if we had some sort of you know, positive outcome in the past, there's still something lingering in the sideways position that is giving us pause, is keeping us up at night. And I think it's very easy to be in denial about, oh, everything's fine, you know, I got the bonus, I didn't get written up, or perhaps I wasn't on the list of recent layoffs. I'm okay, I'm good. But that justice and that you know, energy of things sort of that was hidden no longer being a question mark, that's in our past, and there's still something that is holding us back, that makes us really reassess this relationship, whether it be with an employer, perhaps it is with a partner in a business relationship. Something is just rubbing us the wrong way and it's causing these sleepless nights, but we're on a tipping point, and that's why I think this card is sideways, because there's an opportunity, because you're hearing this message today from Spirit, and we have this Strength card here, this Strength card upright, as well as this Four of Swords, okay? And I think that this is a message from Spirit saying, look, we know, what is it that we know? We know that something is in our life right now does no longer serve us. It may have at one point in time, but it's no longer helping us and no longer fulfilling us in terms of our career or our money. And it's starting to impact us on a health level in our mind. The Swords is all about decisive action, the ability to think clearly. On the lower expression, it can be about confusion. And so in this circumstance here, confusion or fear. And so right now, I think we're like, oh, you know, should I, like, why isn't this, no longer feels good like it used to. I no longer feel comfortable, even though I might have the money, I might have the title, the profit might be good if it's a business relationship, or perhaps we were in the running for a position and they ghosted us. We've already gone through 3 interviews and they ghosted us, and now it's kind of like, oh, what happened? I thought things were fine, and now it doesn't feel, that energy doesn't feel so good anymore. And I think Spirit is saying we need to tap into our own strength here. We have this infinite strength. You'll see the infinity sign above the head, their head right here. And to say, hey, listen, we need to step back and we need to use our energy and feel empowered to take a break. Whatever it is, we need to step back. The Four of Swords is an opportunity to rest, for an opportunity to protect ourselves and our own energy. So whatever it is, we need to take a step back. And I'm not saying, hey, go ahead and quit your job today. Hey, we all need income. We all need to put food on the table. I'm not saying that we need to abandon our dreams. But what I am saying is that I think Spirit is saying that we need to tap into that strength to not give our all the time, and feel comfortable doing if it's something that's not necessarily our passion, it's a means to our end, but not necessarily the end all be all for what our purpose is to start letting go and to take that moment to take a step back and reassess, instead of dwelling in this fear-based energy, is to alchemize it by using our strength to really take a step back and think through, is this really the right thing for me? And again, it is a 4. Today is a 4-based energy. 4 is at the highest expression, can be about that square, right? That stability energy, that predictable energy, that logical energy. We need to step into that square for a little bit and take a time out. And we need to really think through this relationship, whatever it is. We need to walk away, use our strength to walk away from these sleepless nights, and instead alchemize it by using our own strength to think through, how do we reinforce those walls? Perhaps it's just about building better boundaries in where we currently are, so we can put this upside down 2 cups and bring it upright again. On the reverse, perhaps it's about strategizing, rather in the alternative path, how might we think about a path to get out of this relationship? So it could go one of 2 ways. Either if you want to salvage the relationship, using our strength to build that square, to step inside of it, build those 4 walls, build some boundaries, because perhaps some of those boundaries have been crossed and that's why it feels icky right now. Or again, it comes down to, this relationship is no longer salvageable. Let's use those swords to protect ourselves, protect our energy, and begin a path to walk away and to think about using our strength to do so. All right, so in the future, there's this King of Cups energy here, which it is also in reverse. And, Kings of Cups, nothing phases them in the upright position. They're very comfortable emotionally. They kind of let that water free flow. What do we have here? We have the 3 of Pentacles. Anything else, Spirit, that we have? Any clarity and advice for the future around this King of Cups in reverse? Any additional messages for our Capricorn collective today around career and finance? We have the 9 of Swords. All right. Okay, so something, and again, we had talked about perhaps salvaging this relationship, but I'm sensing here that we're emotionally held on to something that maybe is no longer, that is serving our highest and best. And maybe it is a work situation. There's like a level of comfort zone. And hey, if you work in a place that offers benefits, it offers retirement, and you're in your 40s, and you have mouths to feed, you have a mortgage to pay, you have a car payment, and having to, or it's your life work. You didn't, you went to college, you got your degree, and now you've worked at a company for 10 plus years, or even 5 plus years, whatever that tenure looks like for you. Stepping outside of that is a big leap from your comfort zone, and it's going to tear down some walls. It's going to rattle some of your emotional stability. And so we're sort of in this self-limiting belief here that she thinks she's these swords, right? As you can see, this energy, she's blindfolded. She believes that there's nothing that can be done about this energy that she's stuck in, or this current situation. And that's what this card is saying. Like, hey, listen, we're feeling this emotional turmoil about leaving, because it's going to disrupt that safety, that security, that stability. And all of those thoughts, those self-limiting beliefs are present. But I think the Spirit is trying to tell us that it doesn't have to be the outcome. That doesn't have to be our truth. And the 3 is about imagination. It is about especially the 3 of Pentacles is about collaboration. It's about leveraging a community. It's about thinking outside the box, if you will. I know that's a very cliche statement, but it's working together to achieve some sort of goal. So instead of like remaining in this like self-limiting belief, what I think Spirit is trying to tell us is use this time out, this strength, this courage to get out of this relationship of whatever it is with a job, and to begin to strategize, whether even if it is taking a new role within the same company, something that perhaps isn't as stressful, that doesn't keep us working, 15 hours a day, whatever that is, that is creating this sleepless night. Let's alchemize this. Okay, we know that we had something good, and we know that we have a level of self-worth. The queen knows that, and there was some justice that was served to us recently, but that is this energy is a moment in time. It doesn't persist for forever. And so I think what we know that there's something still here that's residual, that feels icky. And so therefore, on the horizon, there's going to be something that's going to take us out of what we think the path forward should be. And we need to be okay with that. We can't dwell in this self-limiting belief. We need to lean on our community to move forward. We can't continue to hold on to things. We need to release this energy so we can bring this king back into his full power, so we can accept this change. Again, water, and we are in Pisces season, water has no corners. Water is free flowing, it's refreshing, it moves. We need to go with the flow. We can't continue to hold on to things and have these self-limiting beliefs about all of these fears, because there are other ways to achieve that. And I think like it's too often that, and I am one of those people who leans on a job for all of those things and more. Mortgage, the benefits, the healthcare, etc., you name it. But we need to realize that there are other ways to achieve the same goal. And that is ultimately how we're going to pick up our pieces and put them all back together to relish in this garden, if you will, to really relish in our own power. And that's where we need to focus. That's where our energy around paying extra attention, where you place focus, is the next step towards creating an amazing life. So how do we taking our energy, protecting it in a way that makes sense, leaning on our community, our network, our resources. We don't exist in a vacuum here. We are on this earth school to connect with others. And I think that Spirit is really saying, like, hey, we need to take the strength and courage to step outside of our comfort zone, build some protective walls and some boundaries of where we are now, and sort of acknowledge this win in the past, but don't sit in this win because it's not going to always serve us. This felt good at one point in time, and it was great, and justice was served, but it's short-lived. Life goes on. We don't grow, we don't learn as a soul if we continuously sit in the past. We need to move forward and acknowledge those. And that's an opportunity. It's an expansion model. It's an opportunity for the soul to grow when we have to go through hard things. We have to tap into that inner strength that Spirit is there with us to provide. And by doing so, we're going to knock out these self-limiting beliefs. We're going to realize and create the reality that we want, surrounded by happiness, surrounded by fulfillment, by friends, by family. And that is ultimately what's going to be the way for us to tend our own garden. So with that, I think I'll leave it there for you today. Thank you so much for listening, and I wish you nothing but the best for this weekend. Thank you.